Welcome to Kaywon Action Star. It's good to have you back here. And I do not take it for granted that you tuned in. Thank you too for always supporting me by watching, commenting and liking my videos. It really means a lot to me. So let's go into what I have for you today. He was the most feared assassin, but one day, he failed to execute his job, and that mistake cost him the love of his life. Devastated, he developed a revenge plan so ruthless and full of pain that even the devil himself would have feared and think twice to dare provoke him further. I don't have many subscribers, but your single comment is a ray of hope that motivates me. The movie kicks off in Paris, where our assassin, who clearly doesn't believe in the phrase, "early bird gets the worm," is staring out of a window, nearly nodding off. Even killers need a snooze button. He finally snaps awake, puts on gloves, because, of course, no fingerprints, and continues to watch people. Maybe he's wondering why they're so much better at living normal lives. Deciding it's time to pretend he has a gym membership, he does some yoga and push-ups before heading out in his best, "don't notice me" disguise, sunglasses and a hat. He scans a bike with his phone like a modern-day assassin, grabs a snack at a cafe, because even killers need a croissant, and makes a phone call. The guy on the other end mentions an arrival, and the killer replies he's been waiting for 5 days, like someone tracking a package that still hasn't arrived. After deciding he'll wait just 2 more days, as if he has a busy schedule, he heads back to his hideout. A narrator chimes in, revealing that the killer refuses to book Airbnb rentals anymore due to hidden cameras. Apparently, not even assassins are safe from creepy landlords. As night falls, he sets up a sniper rifle like he's prepping for a deadly camping trip. A mailman almost walks into him, but neither seems interested in small talk. When dawn breaks, the killer reflects on the true enemy, boredom. Forget enemies or targets, nothing is worse than waiting for hours. To pass the time, he cleans the sink because even killers appreciate a tidy workspace, then settles in for a quick snooze. Deciding power naps are the way to go, he sets an alarm to wake up and check for his target's arrival, like an intense version of waiting for a pizza delivery. During one of these checks, he spots the curtains opening at the target's place and sees a maid prepping the house like it's the season finale of Assassin Cribs. The killer readies his sniper rifle and notices more people arriving. He spots a woman being escorted to a room. He puts on his hoodie, muttering to himself, his watch buzzing to show his spiking heart rate. Pro tip, even killers get nervous before the big moment. Looking through his scope, he sees his target with a woman, probably the target's wife. He gives himself a pep talk about morals, calming down, but when he finally takes the shot, he misses and hits the woman instead. Not his best work. Realizing things have gone sideways, he packs up his gear faster than someone late for a meeting. Slapping on a motorcycle helmet, he jumps on a scooter and races off like he's dodging both the cops and a bad Yelp review. While driving, he casually tosses his gun into a garbage truck, because littering is a crime, but disposing of weapons, totally fine. After some clever alleyway maneuvers, he pulls up to a sketchy public restroom, changes his appearance, and hails a cab to the airport. At the airport, he spots a security dog and, like someone realizing they forgot to toss out their water bottle before TSA, makes a quick detour to clean himself up. He buys a ticket and makes a call from a payphone, explaining the situation. On the plane, he notices a sketchy guy and thinks, "Great, now I'm the one being watched." Later, when the airline offers free accommodation due to a flight delay, he jumps at the chance. Free stuff is irresistible, even to assassins. At his hotel, he sets up the cheapest security system ever, a glass cup on the door handle, before crashing on the couch. The next day, he sneaks out and catches his next flight, finally feeling a little more relaxed with his earphones in. After landing, he drives through some picturesque landscapes, maybe a quick Instagram moment, before reaching a gated property. When he spots blueprints, he knows things are about to get interesting. Out comes the pistol, and over the gate he goes, sprinting toward the mansion like it's the Olympics of crime. He stumbles into a bloody scene and makes a frantic call before rushing to a hospital with power issues. There, he finds Magdala, badly injured. Marcus, a friend, informs him that Magdala is his sister and that she was attacked by a man and a woman, likely targeting the killer but finding his wife instead. Despite her injuries, Magdala reassures him that she didn't reveal any secrets. After visiting her, the killer uncovers a hidden underground safe. The next day, while driving around, he spots the car involved in the attack on his home. Determined, he tracks down an emergency driver connected to the case, hacks into a database to gather information, and sends a package to someone named Dolores. When he confronts the driver, demanding answers, the driver reveals details about the attackers, calling them freaks and explaining how he was forced to drive them to a mansion. Unmoved by the story, the killer eliminates him, focused solely on his mission for revenge. With a fake passport, the killer travels to New Orleans. He stops at a storage facility to prepare, collecting weapons, files, a new license plate, and power tools. Soon, he spots his next target, Dolores. Disguised as a garbage man, he enters a building. When Dolores sees him, she's terrified. He confronts both her and Hodges, holding them at gunpoint. Hodges immediately recognizes him and urges Dolores to cooperate. After locking Dolores in the bathroom, Hodges confesses, admitting he orchestrated everything after the killer's failed hit. Hodges may think he's out of tricks, but he's definitely wrong. The killer grabs a nail gun and shoots him in the chest. He expected Hodges to suffer for 6 minutes, but he dies instantly, proving that even assassins can miscalculate. The killer then turns his attention to Dolores, who knows the names he's been looking for. She agrees to spill the beans, but only if he promises not to make a mess. In a rare battle between his conscience and his cold-hearted nature, he decides to let her go. But when she sees Hodges' body, she faints. Smooth. The killer casually dumps Hodges into a garbage can like he's taking out the trash. Later, Dolores ends up in a car ride she didn't sign up for. Thinking she might escape, she helps the killer go through files, tracking down the mastermind, Kaywon. After getting what he needs, the killer eliminates her, grumbling that his job is basically one big cleanup mission. Planning his next move, he heads to Florida. Upon arriving at Claiborne's location, he observes the house and waits until nightfall when the guards start leaving. Following one of them home, he encounters a barking dog. Tossing it a treat, he waits for the right moment before sneaking in. But just as he's about to strike, he's ambushed. A brutal fight ensues, with the killer using household items as weapons. After a tense struggle, he fatally shoots the men and escapes, pursued by the dog. He sets the house on fire with a Molotov cocktail to cover his tracks. The next day, he flies to New York, blending in with public transport and renting a car. He locates his next target, an expert who dines at a high-end restaurant. He joins her at her table, discreetly pointing a gun at her. She tries to talk her way out, blaming someone else, but the killer remains emotionless. A single shot silences her. Finally, the assassin reaches his ultimate target, the powerful billionaire who sanctioned the hit against him. Gaining access to the man's penthouse, he confronts him face to face. At first, Claiborne plays ignorant, pretending not to recognize his visitor. But as the assassin presents undeniable proof, the truth unravels. Claiborne attempts to reason with him, insisting that it was just business, not personal. Surprisingly, the assassin doesn't pull the trigger. Instead, he issues a chilling warning: if he ever needs to return, it won't be quick or painless. With his revenge complete, he disappears into the shadows, leaving Claiborne with a life now ruled by fear. In the aftermath, he retreats to the Dominican Republic, finally stepping away from the chaos. Whether he finds peace or merely waits for the next battle remains unknown. But one thing is certain: the legend of the assassin lives on. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you're yet to do so. And also importantly, put your comments down below, and give my video a thumbs up, which is a ray of hope to motivate me. Like and share for others too to enjoy. See.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this,